if we do not act, we could have upwards of a 9-degree Fahrenheit warming of the planet. 9-degree Fahrenheit warming by the year 2100, 81 years from now.
The Cape literally sees the impact of climate change every day. And last year, the region launched a local NetZero initiative designed to minimize our carbon footprint and attack climate changes at their root. NetZero Cape and Islands just celebrated its first anniversary with a regional summit, including a conversation with Senator Ed Markey, who sponsored the Green New Deal legislation in the U.S. Senate.
A year ago, we began this process, NetZero Cape and Islands, so it's the whole region, to bring people on board and to educate them about what net zero means and how it can be achieved. Al Gore had an op-ed piece in the New York Times a few weeks ago called "Climate Change is the battle of our lifetime, and we can win." And he actually opened it with a sentence that says, let me if I get this right, "Often things happen more slowly than we think they will. But then once they start, they happen much faster than we thought they could." It really struck me that that's exactly what this effort is all about. It's taken longer than we thought to organize people, to solicit the ideas for climate actions, to sift through them, to develop them more fully, to organize them. But we have done that in the past year. So we've brought everybody back today to say, we're ready to take these actions. And so we launch the climate action part of this plan.
Action means connecting the dots on policy, transportation, finance, and energy, and reaching beyond the usual closed circles.
What we talked about this morning were implementing and executing actions and making things happen along a variety of strategic pathways so that we are able in the next year to continually reduce our use of fossil fuels and increase our use of renewable energy. At the same time, increasing the efficiency of the energy and conserving energy so that those two combined bring the energy use, the fossil fuel energy use down, down, down.
The Cape truly does sit in the crosshairs of coastal change.
The Cape is the best example of the urgency of this problem. We know that the sea levels are rising. We can see the damage that is being done on the Cape and the islands. So this is the ground zero of the issue.
NetZero's organizer, the Cape Cod Climate Change Collaborative, says we can lead by our actions, starting locally and regionally.
What this day is doing is bringing together these people who represent all kinds of nonprofit organizations, research institutions, municipalities, businesses, churches, to create some synergies by all of these different perspectives being blended.
You have to think globally, act locally. This has to be solved at the local level, at the state, at the federal level, and international level. There is no way of escaping the fact that CO2 as it's emitted anywhere in the world is having a potential impact on Cape Cod. At the local levels, we have to put together the green banks, the assistance for local communities to be able to deal with these issues, because ultimately it will be the municipalities who are doubling the efficiency of the buildings, or are installing the all-electric chargers, or are creating the incentives for communities to do better planning in order to deal with these issues. So it starts there, but it goes all the way up to ensuring that the United States is the leader.
Reducing and eliminating carbon emissions is critical. That's what climate change mitigation is all about. It's not building walls and seawalls to keep off the sea level rise. It's about trying to prevent that by reducing greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So the NetZero Coalition was born to bring in everybody from the region as much as possible to become involved in this and to combine our expertise and our backgrounds in as many ways as we can to come up with solutions and find out what we as a region can do to mitigate the climate change impacts.